Maggie's story, when two souls finally found each other.
Did you miss Mama? You mad I didn't take you? Oh, I couldn't take you. I couldn't. They have too many dogs.
This is the story of Maggie, a beautiful Alaskan Malamute who went from fear and loneliness to finding the one person she seemed destined to love. It's a story about rescue, healing, and the quiet kind of connection that feels written by fate.
Off my table. Please stop.
One summer afternoon, Dina was driving down a busy highway when she spotted a large, matted dog standing frozen in the middle of traffic. Cars honked and swerved, but the dog didn't move. Her thick coat, once meant to protect her from cold, was tangled and filthy, her eyes filled with confusion and fear. Without hesitation, Dina pulled over, stepped out, and softly called to her. The dog hesitated then, almost as if she recognized kindness for the first time in a long while. She walked toward Dina and climbed into her car. That's how Maggie's second chance began.
Maggie, do you have the remote?
We do, and we have this little thing.
Can Mommy have the remote? Can Mommy have the remote? Give Mommy the remote.
Later, Dina posted a photo online, hoping to find the dog's owner. A man soon responded, claiming she belonged to him. He arrived holding a rough piece of rope, calling the dog's name impatiently. But the moment he came close, the Malamute's reaction was fierce. She bared her teeth, snapped, and tried to bite. Her entire body trembled. It wasn't confusion, it was terror. The man threw up his hands, muttered, "I'm done," and walked away. Dina stood there in silence, holding this shaking dog, realizing she couldn't hand her back to someone she clearly feared.
Hello. Hello.
Look at her tongue.
Are you happy, girl? Is Maggie happy, girl?
When Dina brought her home, her husband sighed. "We already have 4 cats and a dog," he said gently. "We can't take another animal." But Dina couldn't leave Maggie behind. She decided to keep her, at least for a while, just until she could find a safe home.
Hey. Really? Are you digging my table? Are we having our 8 a.m. protest for breakfast?
But fate had other plans. The moment they walked through the door, Maggie trotted straight past everyone, climbed the stairs, and found Dina's husband lying on the bed. Without hesitation, she jumped up beside him, laid her massive head across his chest, and sighed in relief, a deep, heavy exhale that sounded almost like, "Finally." Dina stood there speechless. It was as if Maggie had been searching for this man all her life and had just found him again.
Stop. She's trying to get your attention with the lamb.
From that day forward, Maggie was his dog. Dina often says, "Although I rescued her, I'm not her person. Her person is my husband." Maggie followed him everywhere. When he came home from work, she would bolt to the door, stand up on her hind legs, and stretch her front paws toward him, waiting for her kiss. Every night, when he went to bed, she would climb up beside him, rest her head on his shoulder, and stare at him as if he were her whole world.
Maggie, you got a lid? Where'd you get that? Did you get it off the counter? Could you just, for 1 minute? Really?
But their love story didn't start easily. Maggie carried deep scars from her past, emotional and physical. She flinched at loud noises, barked at strangers, and had a hard time trusting anyone else. Her coat was in terrible shape. When Dina took her to the vet, they discovered it was so matted, it was affecting her breathing. The groomer could only save about a quarter of her fur, the rest had to be shaved away. Beneath it all, Maggie looked fragile, but her spirit was still strong. For weeks, Dina and her husband gave her space, care, and patience. They didn't push her to play or trust. They just let her be. Slowly, Maggie began to relax. She started wagging her tail again, exploring the house, and enjoying gentle pets. She learned that hands could be kind, that voices could be soft, that home could mean safety.
Are you telling your fans good morning?
And through every stage of her healing, one thing stayed the same, her unshakable bond with her person. There was something indescribable about it. When he laughed, she perked up. When he was sad, she laid her head in his lap. They communicated without words, just quiet understanding. Dina would often catch them together, Maggie's giant paw resting on his arm, his fingers buried in her thick fur, and she'd smile, knowing this was love in its purest form. Now, Maggie is happy, healthy, and thriving. Her coat has grown back full and soft, her confidence restored. She plays in the yard, naps in the sun, and greets her dad at the door every evening like it's the best moment of her life, because to her it is.
You don't get along.
Dina says sometimes she feels like Maggie and her husband knew each other long before this life. It's like their souls have been connected for centuries, she says. And when you see them together, it's hard not to believe it.
You so silly.
Maggie's story reminds us that rescue isn't just about saving a life. It's about witnessing love to heal what was once broken. It's about how sometimes the one you save ends up saving you right back. If Maggie's journey touched your heart, please take a moment to like this story and subscribe for more. Not for fame, but to help share these little miracles of love and hope. Somewhere out there, another lost dog, maybe another Maggie, is waiting for her person too. And maybe, just maybe, it'll be you who finds her.
Our team works hard behind the scenes to find and share real-life stories that truly matter. Every video is crafted with care, carefully researched, edited with trusted sources, and always treated with the respect these stories deserve. What you see isn't just made to inspire, it's meant to be real and meaningful.